So I'm hearing the red dot. Thank you. You know, immigrants is something that is so controversial today that we see it all over the news all the time, and we just ask ourselves, where do we stand? Do we stand on the right? Do we stand on the left? Do we believe in helping or not helping? Well, let me ask you a question. If you think of the word immigrant, what comes to mind to you? Just think, you know, what pops in right away? Hardship? Yes. But isn't it true that what we see in our mind is the images that were constantly given to us in the media, in the news? More than likely, that's what everybody sees. You know, when you see immigrants, you see illegal aliens. You know, all those things come up, and for the most part, the whole country is divided. I would think, is scared because of what we're seeing in the media, what we're constantly seeing. All these people just coming in caravans and invading our country, and they're criminals. And this whole, I call it propaganda. It's a way to look at the immigrants as something that I'm supposed to be scared about, you know. And that seems to be what so many people are afraid, you know, for all the things that they're hearing from so many people that want to convince us that immigrants are criminals and are bad people. And so I have a lot of people that ask me sometimes, like, why do you do what you do? I don't agree with what you're doing. I think you should not help them. I'm 100% against what helping illegal aliens. Or why don't they just get in line and go ahead and do something else, you know? Just like we did. We got in line, and so I think that what happens is that people are afraid. I remember one lady told me once, tengo miedo. I said, I'm afraid. And I said, ¿por qué? Why are you afraid? And because they're criminals. Well, let me tell you what I see when I see the word immigrant. I see this child who is at the bridge right now, and he's freezing, together with 1,000 other kids. That's what I see. They're suffering and they're hurting. Their mom decided to bring her to the United States because back home it's not safe. Back home, this child would be probably dead. And so they risked their life. They went against all odds, and everybody trying to take advantage of them and hurt them. They're easy to be taken advantage of because they're so vulnerable. And yet, they're here, and they're out there in the cold. Not for a week, for months. Because we think that they shouldn't be here. And therefore, they have to just wait out there. Maybe in 3 months, we'll let you in. I see this mom. When I ask her, ¿Cómo estás? And she starts to cry. She starts to cry because she remembers, fue bien duro, the trip from Honduras all the way to the border and even to cross the border. It was so hard and so difficult. And moms like her, with their kid, they're here. All they're asking is for a chance for life, for an opportunity to be able to be safe. That's all they want. Because back home, it's not safe. Because if it was safe, they would go back home. If you give them a choice, they say, I prefer my country. I see moms and dads, as soon as they have a chance, they'll drop to their knees weeping in thanksgiving because they saw Jesus. Gracias, Señor. Because you've taken care of so far. I see kids, when they ask me, where is my mom? He came with his dad. And I say, your mom is right here, mijito. And I point to the map. And his immediate response was to put his little cheek next to the map to be as close as he could be to his mother. These are the kids that are coming. Thousands of them. And where do we put them? In detention facilities. Because that's all we can do. If they don't like it, they should just go home. That's what they say. These are the kids in Matamoros. These kids right now have to wait to see if somebody, one of us, kind of get moved to go to the bridge and to help them, to feed them. I think last weekend I just go by and sit down and talk. It was about 11:30. Le digo, mijito, ¿ya comieron? No, todavía no nos traen nada. We haven't got anything to eat just yet. And then finally somebody arrived and they made a line and they started to get food, and all they could get is one plate for the whole family. Because there's so many of them. It's clearly over 2,000 people out there right now in Matamoros at the bridge. Maybe later on they get somebody else to bring food, and they will share that plate with the whole family as well. These are the children. These are what I see. And why I help. Why do I help? Because I believe that hatred is destroying us. It's destroying our country. It's destroying our families. And we see it everywhere in so many ways. And unless we decide as a people to say, stop, let's do something different. Let's love and care for each other. Let's respond to the children and the moms and the families that are hurting. Let's save humanity. Let's help each other. And because when we help an immigrant, we actually help ourselves. Because what we're doing is saving humanity. We're saving humanity from the evil of hatred. And so we're called to make a difference in the lives of others. Because I believe that to help somebody else, it's always the right thing to do. I'm convinced of that. But it takes all of us to get together to make a difference in the lives of those people that need us, and so that we can be able to make a better world, be better ourselves by restoring human dignity, by helping others that need us. If you believe this, if you think that these children are somebody that you would like to help and that you want to be able to be there for humanity, then I would just tell you one thing. Remember to always be fierce as a lion with your will to do good, but at the same time with a gentle sense of self, so that when you reach out to those, you can care for them and help them and be your best. Thank you.